Hey guys, welcome back. My name is John. In this video, I'm going to show you the service I do on my riding lawnmower to get it ready for the spring. As you can see here, I have a Kubota ZG124E. This particular model has a Briggs & Stratton engine on it. And so today we'll be changing the oil, we're replacing the air filter, and we'll replace the inline fuel filter as well. Okay, I ordered this kit right here on this first row on Amazon. Links will be in the description below. The kit that I ordered came with an oil filter, came with some hose clamps for my fuel lines, a new inline fuel filter, 2 spark plugs, and an air filter. Had to order some oil. My particular engine holds 1.9 quarts, and it seems that I'm always battling flat tires on my lawnmower. They're tubeless, so I'm going to try to put some of that tire sealant in there this year and see if that helps. Keeps them full of air for the whole season. On these Briggs & Stratton engines, the drain plug is actually this tube or hose right here. It just unclips from the engine there, and then you can lay it down outside the engine and take this, just unscrew this cap and have your, make sure you got your drain plug underneath. Time I'm draining oil, I try to have the filler cap off just so it'll help it breathe and make sure I get all the oil out. Okay, we're going to start by taking the oil filter off. Make sure you have a drain pan up under to catch the oil. While that engine oil is draining, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the spark plugs, getting them out and putting the new ones in. Got 2 spark plugs on this engine, one on each side. Got this rubber boot right here. Then got another one on this side. Right here. Just take the rubber boot off. I like to have an extension. It takes a 5/8 socket. Actually got a special spark plug socket that's got rubber gasket down in there to grab that spark plug once it gets loose. I want to compare the two, the old and the new. Make sure it looks like the threads are about the same depth so I don't have to worry about hitting the piston. Not a bad idea to put some anti-seize on spark plugs. Well, I just use a nickel anti-seize. I don't have to worry about being stuck in there next time I want to change it. Just takes a dab, it don't take a lot. Tighten it down, put the rubber boot back on till you hear the click. Alright, got the spark plugs changed, it looks like. My oil is pretty much drained out. Put the cap back on here first and store it back in its proper location. Then I want to compare the 2 oil filters before I fill the new one up with oil. So you can see they are a little taller, but same diameter, looks like the same exact thread pattern, so we're going to go with this. Put a little oil in here first, let it absorb in that filter. You don't need to fill it all the way up because it's a horizontal filter, so as soon as you turn it sideways, if you have a bunch, you may spill it anyway. And then I just take some excess oil and rub it around that gasket right there. Rule of thumb, on most oil filters you want to tighten it down until it makes a good seat, and then give it a good quarter turn to make sure it stays tight, doesn't loosen up while you're running. Normally best to go ahead and run the engine a little bit before checking the level. That way you get that filter full. Make sure you got engine oil everywhere. We'll go ahead and check it now and then check it after we run it. Alright, we're just above the full crosshatch here. But I bet once we crank it up and run the engine oil through the filter, I bet we'll be perfect. And now we're going to go ahead and do the air filter. Take that cover off there, pick it up, pull it straight off. Compare the two, look pretty similar. Push it on there. Make sure it lines up, it sits on there all the way. Look on your fuel filters. They're going to show you an arrow which way the fuel flows. Fuel comes from the tank that way and goes to the engine this way. Sometimes you'll see that once you start messing with it, maybe them hoses are brittle and have dry rotted a little bit. You may end up having to replace your hose. We're going to try to do it without replacing the hose. Since this filter is a little longer than what's there already, you can go ahead and cut the tubing right behind them barbs rather than trying to pull it off. Again, verify the arrow. There you go. Now, you're not going to have fuel in there right now because that pump's not pulling it through. But after you try to crank the lawnmower for a few seconds, it should fill that up with fuel. Should be good to go. Alright, next on the list is try to get my tires from going flat. So I'm going to put some of this slime tire sealant in there. The instructions on the bottle tell you to put about 8-10 ounces of slime in a lawnmower tire. So we'll probably go 10. And it starts off by saying had the valve stem in the upper half of the tire position. You don't want the valve stem at the bottom. You want it at least up here. And then the cap comes with a valve stem tool to be able to remove the valve stem. Pull the valve stem core out. Then replace your valve core. Pump your tire up. Alright, now that I got the mower jacked up enough to where I can get an impact gun under there, go ahead and take the blades off. This particular model takes a 30mm socket. that's a wrap for getting it ready for the spring. We're ready to go cut some grass now. Don't forget, go ahead and crank it up and let it run for a second, then check your oil again. Make sure you're in the full level. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and hit the subscribe button also, please. Thanks for watching. Stick around, see what we get into next.